Hey, welcome to my channel. And first, I want to talk a little bit about myself because this is the first video on this channel rebrand because I am doing a channel rebrand. So, first of all, my name is Valentino. I'm 20 years old. You can call me Tino or Drawing Dino. I don't care. My pronouns are he, him, it, its, fey, fair, or ne, nem. Yeah. And I use some more pronouns too. I wanted to also rebrand, basically make a nice starting video, just something really fun, because I want to stay consistent. So I've decided to personify my emotions, well, specifically emotions in general, but very specifically my emotions, like how I experience them. And I've decided to turn them into people who could be like on a stage, like people who have they're actors or dancers, clowns, singers, etc. Like anyone who could be on a stage, who could have an act that they perform on a stage, as well as the behind the scenes personnel. The stage, audience, and breaks in between would also be emotions, but that's for video 5 in this series. So, this entire series, I'll do 3 emotions per video. That means I'll have 5 videos in total. So first we have happiness. So for happiness, I decided to make a cat. You can see I sketched it out on paper and then I just took a photo and imported it, but then I decided I want a different pose. I'm drawing it very small in the corner, the pose, then I'm enhancing it so that it's, big. And I hope that I got like a proper pose for this, because I did combine like 2 poses for this. Like I combined one for the legs and one for the top. The torso I made up. So yeah, I just typed in clown poses into Pinterest. Didn't get a whole lot of good stuff, I have to admit. So anyways, Joy is the cat's name. Its name is Joy. And it represents the emotion of happiness, or also called joy. Now, its name is very simplistic, and its pronouns are it, its. Its act as a clown, if you haven't guessed it yet, because it's very obviously a clown cat, if you saw it in the first frame of this video. So Joy is dressed in red, orange, and yellow because those colors are associated with fun and happiness and all of that stuff in my brain, especially orange and yellow. The red is more of an additional color because I needed an additional color. I didn't want another color in there aside from those 2 that I already had. I didn't want another yellow, something like that. Anyways, the fur is white with a blue tint to it to show the shame and guilt that I personally feel when it comes to happiness. Because whenever I just start to feel like, oh, I'm gonna be happy, and then my brain shuts everything down, I am overwhelmed with shame and guilt. This character in their act would not perform a whole lot. It's it won't perform a whole lot, it will be booed off the stage a lot, it will not get to shine ever. But if I do turn this into a story, which I'm kind of wanting to do, then it will get to shine at some point. It will be the main character. Anyways, Joy has blue on them as well. On it as well, sorry, my script still uses they them pronouns as well as it its, because that's what it used in the start. Anyways, it also has blue on it. Blue is meant to represent sadness and the guilt and all of that stuff, which is the blue heart on the top, which you will see, the heart there, just came in, and the hat also has blue on it, as well as the makeup being blue. The eyes are always closed, as well as the blue makeup, which represent this further. However, the eyes are also closed to make the smiles appear wider, because if you smile really wide, your eyes are gonna go closed. That's just a thing. Like if you smile really wide, like you barely keep your eyes open. And I want its eyes to always be closed. Its shape language would be circles and spikes, because I want to show the bubbly and erratic side of Joy. Its mood comes and goes, and so does its energy. And it's around average in height, more on the shorter side. In case you're wondering how it compares to the other characters, who I will be showing soon. So, here we have the shading. I actually don't have a script for the rest of this, so I'm just going to talk a bit more about its act. So, it will basically try to be funny and impress people, but it can't do it. Nobody in the audience, which is a character, again, likes it. A singular character, or well, a singular emotion represents the audience, which does not like Joy. The audience doesn't like Joy, okay? They don't like it. And it is honestly not bothered by it, because it represents happiness. And it mostly feels happy because of that. Because of what emotion it represents, it mostly feels that emotion. And yeah, now I'm just finishing up the hat. By the way, if you like the background that I did, please comment. Oh my god, I'm just seeing some mistakes right now in the background. I need to fix those. Anyways, moving on to my second character. I'm actually using my sketch that I did on paper for this one, and you can see some notes that I took. So this one is a ballerina. She represents sadness, and her name is Teardrop, or Drop for short. I am currently fixing the proportions to more align with what I wanted her to look like. Because I'm not always the best at sketching on paper, even if it does feel a lot better. So like I prefer sketching on paper, but I'm not the best at it. Like I'm much better at sketching digitally. Anyways, her pronouns are she, her. She represents a part of my childhood because I used to do ballet. And I don't anymore because it wasn't that fun, you know? I was always exhausted. The teacher said, oh no, everyone can do this. And then it's something like touching your toes, and I couldn't do it because, well, I still can't do it. I'm improving though. Like I'm getting lower. That's something. Anyways, she represents the part of sadness that comes back with like looking at your childhood and just the happy memories that you can never relive. She also represents unrealistic body types. That's why she's so lanky and tall. And well, tall for her short height, because she is actually teeny tiny. She's 1 meter 40 centimeters, which is really, really short if you don't know metric. And yeah, her limbs are very long, because that's also kind of part of a beauty ideal that I remember being fed as a child. Because I am AFAB, so you know I'm a trans guy. And yeah, she wears blue because that's the color of sadness. I mean, it's pretty obvious. And I wanted her skin to look dead, specifically. Like, that's why I chose this specific skin color for her. It's not quite dead enough, I think. I might go back in and change that. You know, make her look more grayed out, more dead, but like it's already gray. Like she's at the start of dying. That's what I wanted her to look like. She herself is a perfectionist. That's why her outfit is so plain and simplistic, and she has no accessories because, well, she represents also the part of sadness that's just like the emptiness after crying that I experience. And she's always perfect, always wants to, well, needs to perform. And yeah, she basically isn't a person outside of dance. She does her show perfectly, everyone loves it, and then they ignore her. She does not see her self-worth outside of dance. That's why her face is blank, because she has no identity properly. And also she has an elf ear because I just think that's cool. I don't know, I like the design aspect. And you can see here I forgot the shading. Like, I'm gonna shade her, but I did forget it. Yeah, whoops. And yeah, I've adjusted the background bars. I wanted it to look like she's on a poster. For Joy, I wanted the background to be chaotic and to have a bit of a watery effect, as well as be green, or well, chartreuse, as it turned out. Because that's also a color associated with happiness. Green is just a really happy color. And for her, the background's dark blue, purple, you know. Anyways, she basically represents a very deep part of myself. And I am willing to share that, and I'm also willing to take critique, by the way, on these characters. Don't let me not take critique. After I've said this, you have to hold me accountable when I don't take critique well. Okay? Let's make a deal with that, okay? Good. Anyways, she is probably my favorite out of these three, though I do love Joy because it is just amazing as a character. Like, it's really, really, really cool. And the design, I love it. But what she represents is my personal favorite. So this is Sadness. I'm just waiting. Okay, yeah, I've adjusted it here. And next up is Anger. So, next we have Anger. He's the last character that I'm doing for this video, and he's also the one who I drew on the page the best, because I captured his giantness. Like, I do morph him quite a bit, because I just didn't have enough space on the page to, you know, go down and do all of it. And I did, like, draw into my notes. That's something that I usually avoid, but doesn't matter. So, we've got Anger. He's the lead actor. He is about 2 meters tall, which is, I think, 7 feet in American units. No, not 7 feet. 7 feet is above that. 6 foot is 180. Okay, now I know why I thought 7 feet, because number above that. But 6 foot is 180 centimeters. So 2 meters is taller than that. Yeah, anyways. He doesn't have a name, but his pronouns are he, him. He specifically doesn't have a name to, you know, represent this anger where you just don't know where to put it, basically. Just an anger that comes out of nowhere, that you just feel, and that has, like, no real reason to exist. That's what he represents, specifically. That's why his face is also pitch black with an X, a white X as the eye. Now, those are colors that I personally associate with anger. Like, my face feels pitch black. Like, that's what the emotion feels like to me, that color, whenever I'm, like, extremely angry. Like, I would not count my anger as red. No, it is just black. But my eyes feel white during it, because my eyes are, like, something that I feel a lot when I'm angry, whereas my head, I don't really feel at all. It's more of a void. Anyways, I did make the eyes, like, completely white. Like, the X eye, it is entirely white. It is not, like, an off-white or anything. Like, no, it is straight up white. So, his mood switches at the slightest inconvenience, and he's extremely quick to anger. He tends to become passive-aggressive when he's angry, but when he's extremely angry, like when he went past what he usually allows to just anger him, he will yell. He will not get physical, because he represents my emotions. I do not get physical, luckily. That would otherwise be something that I would very much have to work on. But, you know, he is who he is. I don't know how to explain it. His outfit is very polished to contrast his reckless and rude personality. He's never kind, never nice, and, his outfit does not represent that. I wanted him to be an asshole, but an amazing actor when he wants to be. Basically, he represents the performative and the real side of anger. Both things that I experience a lot, because I am angry a lot. Well, technically, I'm more irritated a lot. Like, I get irritated so quickly, and that's his basic mood all the time. And by the way, the skin color you see on his neck, that's his actual skin color. I made the gloves black, so he's wearing black gloves. Anyways, I also want to say that that's my skin color. So, like, these emotions do not all share my skin color. For the simple fact that if I do want to turn this into a comic, I gotta add diversity. Like, I can't just make everyone white. That is just not something that I personally want to do, even if they are based on my emotions and how I experience them. And by the way, for the ballerina, a darker skin just made more sense because, I don't know, like, the colors that I had in my head, like, included her darker skin. Anyways, I feel like his facelessness and namelessness are a great metaphor, too. And his outfit is red because, well, anger is red, and he has a muddy brown and black outfit, the rest of it, because that's also kind of anger, that's anger to me. Muddy brown and black. However, the white, it represents the few moments of calmness on him. And he has a playing card on his head. Hat. It basically represents just the gambling aspect. Like, will he be passive aggressive or will he explode into shouts? Never certain. Oh, and I know the bow tie and hat are very cheesy, but like, I love the combo. Also, I just noticed I forgot my signature. Anyways, all three of these are, well, they are my characters. If you have questions about them, please let me know. This is part 1 of 5, like I said. And for the last part, I just want to say that these were a lot of fun to make and didn't take that long. And since this is my currently first published video on my channel rebrand, I'd like to say thank you for everyone who supported me before this. But I'm reworking my channel now into something a bit more professional, a bit more fun, a bit more, well, a bit less inconsistent. I mean, I plan on posting bi-weekly, but I might post more or less than that, depending on my, stuff. Anyways, I will be inconsistent, but what do you expect from a guy with my amount of mental health issues? I'm hoping to produce good content. That's the main thing. So thank you for watching and have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you later, hopefully. And if you have any ideas for these characters or this series or anything of the sort, please tell me in the comments. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear your comments in general. Any critique, any advice, anything, I would love to hear. Especially if you've watched this far, thank you so much, and I will be fixing my background, don't worry. So thank you, and goodbye.